In this video, I'm going to talk about the third example of simplifying the rational expressions right over here. And the question is 3 times 10 to the fourth power plus 6 times 10 to the third power over 6 times 10 to the fourth power plus 9 times 10 to the third power. And we have learned that we cannot simplify the terms in this case right over here because there is the parenthesis in the each numerator and denominator. And there's a way of simplifying it. We can find the greatest common division, and we can simplify this expression right over here. And in order to simplify this expression, I'm going to write this expression again. So 3 times 10 to the fourth power over so I wrote this question again, and if we find the greatest common division of the numerator first, which is equal to 3 times n to the fourth power plus 6n to the third power. And if we can only divide the terms by like terms, and if you look at the numbers, 3 and 6, they're both divisible by 3. And if you look at the n to the third power and to the fourth power, the greatest common division is n to the third power. So it will going to be equal to 3 times n to the third power times, if we pull out this number from the 3 times n to the fourth power, it's going to be equal to n plus 6 times n to the third power divided by 3 times n to the third power, just going to be equal to 2. And this is kind of simplified version of the normal numerator. And if we all you have to do is just multiply by with the distribute property to get this term again. So if you simplify this, if you simplify the numerator, it's going to be equal to, in the numerator, 3 times n to the third power times n plus 2. And for the denominator, we need to find the also the greatest common division. And for the 6 times n to the fourth power plus 9 times n to the third power. And if you look at the numbers right over here at first, it is all divisible by 3. It is the greatest common division. And if you simplify these, if you look at the n to the fourth power, n to the third power, they're all divisible by n to the third power. And if you pull out, as we did in the first step right over here, we can divide 6 times n to the fourth power divided by 3 times n to the third power right over here. And you're going to be equal to 2 times n plus this term divided by 3 times n to the third power. We're just going to be equal to 3. And for the, we have simplified it, and also if you use this 3 property and multiply again, we're also going to get the denominator. So for the denominator, it will going to be equal to, I need to write in different color, 3 times n to the third power times 2n plus 3. And we have known that for the 3 times n to the third power, we can simplify, we can cancel it out. And for the numerator, for the new version, we're going to be equal to n plus 2 over 2n plus 3. And before we finish this video, I want to talk about the value of n, which make this expression right over here undefined. And the n value which will make this expression undefined is when it becomes the fraction where the denominator is equal to 0. So using this term right over here, we can say that 2n plus 3 right over here. So 2n plus 3 should be the 0. So, and then we can find the n's input. So you can subtract 3 to the both sides, and the 3 we're going to cancel out in the left side, and the right side going to be negative 3 is equal to 2n. And if you divide 2 to the both sides, you're going to be equal to n is equal to negative 3 over 2 right over here. But we are not looking at the simplified version. We need to look at the before the simplified version, which is equal to 3 times n to the third power. It'll be undefined that, let's say there is a, I'll erase this term a little bit. And we have note that it's kind of quadratic equation that 3 times n to the third power times 2n plus 3 is equal to 0. That means this term right over here, should be the 0, or this term right over here should be the 0. So if you find the solutions for it, that means 2n plus 3, we already checked this. And for the 3n, 3n is equal to 0, and if you divide by 3n is equal to 0, so that means n is equal to, 3n is equal to 0, so if you divide 3, the solution for n is equal to 0. Or it can be 1 over 3 like that, but in this case, also the n is equal to negative 2 over 3, or it can be 0. So there are two solutions for it, and if we input these numbers right over here into the original expression, it will be undefined. And this was the third example of simplifying the rational expression in this case. And we could have simplified this expression right over here into this simplified version, which was n plus 2 over 2n plus 3.